Hi there everybody. Hi there everybody. Right, please excuse the state of my hair tonight. I have only just come back from the swimming pool because I'm trying to learn how to front crawl at the moment, because I can only actually do breaststroke, so, and I don't like putting my face under water, so I'm trying with all my might to, with the help of the Kingsland Triathlon Club as well, trying to learn how to front crawl. So at least get my head under the water at the moment, so that's good. Every cloud, but yeah, I don't like it, but I will get there. I'm adamant that I want to learn it, so I am going to do it. I am going to try and do it. Right. So yeah, just been back from the pool, did a little bit, and then so I'm feeling a little bit tired but quite relaxed. So anyway, I'm going to crack on with the card. We're going to do 2 cards tonight because I've had a special request from one of my class ladies for the second card as well. Excuse me, my nose is itching. I think that's the chlorine that makes my nose itch. Right, here we go. So I'm going to place you downwards. This is one of the cards that we're doing. I'll do it that way. So it's lots of flowers. It's made with a set which is free. You can earn it for free from the in the Sale-A-Bration period, which we're in now. So basically, for every £45 that you spend from either current catalogue, you can get to choose a stamp set, and this is one of them, and it is lovely. I must admit, I hadn't played with it much before until yesterday when I was doing the card for it, and it really is lovely. You've just got lots of foliage. You've got your different flower heads, you've got tiny little things, you've got like a little spotty thing here, if you can see that. You've got a border, which you can make that look like a trellis. You've got your stem, and you've got a few little sentiments as well. So yeah, for a freebie set, it's absolutely lovely. And if you qualify with another qualifying order, which is a bit more, you have to spend £90, you can actually get the punch as well, which punches out these flowers. So that's really, really good as well. But yeah, you have to put, so £45 spend for that one, £90 spend for that one. But as I said, we've not had a punch in the Sale-A-Bration catalogue for quite a long while, so it's really good to get one. Anyway, oh yeah, and I'll show you the other card quickly. And then we're using the Parisian Beauty set and Forever Blossoms, I believe it is, because actually one of my card ladies asked if we could, my camera's out for me tonight, never mind, I'm going to leave it where it is. One of my card ladies asked if we could do the masking technique, which basically is where you use masking tape, special masking paper, or you can use post-it notes, and so the image looks like it's behind. I don't know if you can see that, so the flower looks like it's behind. So I'm going to show you how to do that as well for the second card. For the time being, we're going to go back to this one and crack on with this. Yeah, I didn't check my camera angle, but hey ho, we're alright. You can see. You can see the card. So, hello, whoever's watching. Thank you for joining me. I'm just going to crack on now. So we're doing this card tonight, which is, I say, you can earn this stamp set for free when you spend £45. You can earn, sorry, this is the stamp set that you can earn. I'll just show you quickly again. But yeah, we're going to crack on. Right. So, and I don't think I got the border punch out. That's a good start. What did I do with it? There it is. I actually forgot that I needed that one. So I need the long border block. That's what you get from dashing back from the swimming pool. Not quite organised. But hey ho, we'll get there. There we go, I'll just stick that down. Right. Now you could, if you wanted to, you could just stamp straight onto your card base, but I just always like to, well, most of the time I like to stamp on a piece of cardstock, because if you mess your base up, you can always stick things over it, so it swings and roundabouts, but I usually like to have a base. So I'm going to start with that. We're going to do, hello whoever's joining me, hope you're both well. So we're going to do it's like a trellis work, I guess, underneath in Sahara sand, and I'm just going to go for it. I'm not sure whether you'll be able to hear the rumbling downstairs. You probably can't, because I know the audio is not that good sometimes, but Simon's actually on the rowing machine downstairs and I can hear it, but it's quite, but hopefully you can't. There you go, pretty pleased with that. Whoops, I'm not pleased when I keep knocking the camera. So that's the harvest sound, we've done with that. And what do we want to do now? We want to do the green foliage. I don't know if you can see on the card, there's some green, and I must admit, when I first saw the cards I thought there was lots of separate ones, but it's actually, as I say, it's in a, the stamp is all joined together, so it makes it a lot easier to use and stamp with. You could cut it up if you wanted to. Some people do cut their stamps. I have been known to cut my stamps up if they don't, you know, in order to get more out of them, but we won't be doing that tonight. So, just going to go in with the green. I don't know whether you can see, but there's lots of little offshoots here where you can put your flowers. So that's what that's for. But we're just going to stamp that twice. Some spray on the cleaning pad. I don't think I cleaned that one either, did I? I'll make the table rock when I do that. Anyway, so that's that. And we're getting there. So what I think, did I do my purple afterwards? No, I think I did the purple afterwards. I did the brown. Yeah, I'm gonna go in with the little dots back with Sahara sand actually. It just creates a little bit of, I don't know, je ne sais quoi to the card, a little bit something extra. Hello whoever's watching, I hope you're all well. I keep asking, you can feel free to comment if you want to, and if you want to ask any questions please do. May not be able to see them while I'm working, but I will definitely answer them afterwards if you've got any questions to ask. So that, oh gosh, that, right. So then what we do, because we're doing the separate, we've got all the separate flowers here which are stuck on and they're punched out, and then you've got these little purple ones which I will probably do afterwards. So now we need some scrap cardstock which I've already got here. And I must admit, I did actually do a load of flowers, so I haven't got to actually stamp that many, but I'll stamp a few just to show you. I just need a few orange ones actually, or grapefruit graved. So I'll carry on doing them. Conscious not to lose my stamps. Oh, yeah. So yeah, and I believe the punch, whatever way round you put the flower, the punch will fit. And just as a little tip, if you have a punch, so if you look at the punch, it's got 3 flowers at the top and 2 at the bottom. So when I'm stamping, I line my stamp up like that underneath. I hope you can see that. So if I can show you, so I stamp and then it just makes it easy to line up. Does that make sense? I hope it does. So you can see. So I wouldn't stamp it like that, because then you've got to try and line the punch. But if you stamp it up against like that on your cardstock, hopefully you'll see what I mean when I do it. So there we go. We just go in. You just only have to leave a little gap to allow for the punch. And that's basically all you have to do, but in your various colours. And the colours I've used Grapefruit Grove, Flirty Flamingo and Lovely Lipstick, which is my favourite colour at the moment. But yeah, so open the punch. I hope you can see what I mean now. So you just line the punch up. Because I put it stamped it the right way, it shouldn't be too big a hardship. I'm trying to angle it down so you can see what I'm doing, so it's a little bit difficult for me to see. But I hope you can see that it's lined up. And they do spring everywhere, so yeah, line it up. I'm just going to show you, look. stretches that out almost perfectly if you get it lined up properly. Right, and that's all we have to do. And we've got some little flowers, which I need 2 of each actually, so 2 orange, 2 fleck flamingo and 2 lovely lipstick. So I'm actually going to stick this onto my card base ready. Bit of glue all around this edge. Stick it on as equally as you can. Oh, and I've got movement because it's glue. Here we go, just like that. And then what I like to do with my flowers, which I've got muddled up again, I just like to give them a little bit of curl and bend some one way, that way, but because these are tiny, I curl them all upwards. You may not be able to see that on camera, but it just gives them a little bit of a, or if you've got a big embossing tool, you can rub that in the centre and that makes them curl up as well. I haven't got one of those to hand though, so. I don't know what you've all been up to today. I've just been doing all sorts, sending catalogues out, finishing cards off. I've just, sent some cards out today. I won't say to who, because otherwise that'll give the game away. If they ask happen to watch, which I doubt it, but right. So then you just glue your flowers on. Where did I put them? It's up to you where you put them. Those 2 there. Ooh. Oh gosh, Simon's singing now. Probably a good thing that you can't hear him. Well, maybe you can hear him. Bless him, he's obviously happy. He actually just went for a bike ride after work and now he's doing a rowing session. Yes, he's very fit. I don't know where to put that one. No, that's going to be too close to the sentiment, isn't it? I'm going to put it there. I'll just wipe that off there. Right. There we go. So now we're going to go in with a tiny, tiny little flower. Really tiny little flower. This is Highland Heather. So where there's some stems that aren't on, I didn't stamp that very well. Just have to go back. I've got ink on there. Tiny little one there. And I think I just added a few extra just as I always get a little bit carried away, but okay, it doesn't really matter. It's just, I'm going to probably be putting the sentiment over that as well anyway. There we go. I don't know if you can see it all. So lots of flowers. And that's basically it, apart from just a few finishing touches of sentiment and some. Right, these, I don't know if I've used these before, showed you these before. These are actually from the Mini Catalogue, the Spring Summer Mini Catalogue, and they're in the Valentine's section, or what's meant to be the Valentine's section, but they're absolutely lovely, they're beautiful. I think I did show you them before. There's all like pinks, they're not hearts, but there's just pinks and reds, circles, and but they're domed like crystals. They're very, very pretty. So I'm just going to pop some of those. Don't know why, more fingers and thumbs tonight. using my picker tool, which is really good, but it picks it up so well, but then won't let it go. So you have to. Yeah, it's really sticky. I think there may be some glue on it. It's not usually that sticky. So. Yeah, I think that's got some glue on it, that's why that's doing that. I've actually got glue on my fingers as well, which is not helping. Sticky. No, I'm not going to use that. For some reason that's got some glue on it somehow. Tweezers are a good bet as well. Right. Go back in with I'll find tiny ones. Clear ones for the you probably can't see them very, but they really are lovely because they're just like little diamonds, the coloured diamonds. They're very, very pretty. I don't know if you can see them like this. See that they've got like a domed, very hard to show you on camera. They've got a domeness to them, like rhinestones basically. Swarovski crystals, can't say that. Yeah, they're lovely. Right, now just for the sentiment. Which is, this is out of another set actually from the Sale-A-Bration, which is, yeah, you can earn this one for free as well, but it is I just didn't want to put any of the sentiments that were in that set. So this set you can earn for another, if you spend £45, called Sending You Thoughts. I think we've used this before actually, and there's quite a few. This happy birthday is a really handy one, and the congratulations and the thanks. So that's another good little set to choose for free. Can't be bad. So just using some Flirty Flamingo cardstock. I'm just going to put all those aside because I shouldn't need. I think I need one or two of them. And then we're just going to fussy cut this out, which is just to prove you don't need punches and dies if you don't want to. This is getting quite a popular technique at the moment again. It seems to be making its way back again, just to fussy cut round things. I'm doing it a little bit quickly and hurrying it, but you can take your time. Try and get your cutting as smooth as possible, and the little sharp edges, it looks a little bit nicer. But that's basically it. Just put it on some foam pads or dimensionals. These ones are a little bit big, just about fits on there though. Oh, I have got sticky fingers. I'm gonna have to. I've got some wet wipes here tonight. I'm gonna have to get them out. Right, so here we go. I think I will just add that to where I added it before. Just a little happy birthday. And that's it. That's the card done. Right. Just bear with me 5 seconds while I find my wet wipes, because I'm gonna be sticking to everything otherwise. Now to the second card, I'm going to show you the masking technique. Right, I just need to get rid of some of these stamps, I think. this block. I've only got one of these blocks. I do really need to get some more. Let's get rid of that. And are we using, yeah, we're using the Happy Birthday again. So I would normally put these straight back into the stamp set, but I'm just putting them there, putting them on my laptop now. Right, so what do we need first? We need the Eiffel Tower first, because when you stamp, always whatever you want in the foreground, you stamp first. So, I'm trying to get my Eiffel Tower straight, though I think it was a bit wonky earlier. I'm a little bit off my block. Right, so we're doing this card. As I said, showed you before, the Eiffel Tower's in front and the blossoms are behind. And there's a way to do that. It's called masking. Now, we don't sell masking tape or masking paper, unfortunately, so I had to buy my own. You can use post-it notes, as I say, and just use the sticky bits, but I like the whole paper to be sticky, because then I know it's going to stay stuck down and stuck in place. So I bought a pack of these. They come in sheets. Not awfully big, I think they're A6 size, but you get 12 sheets in a pack, so you get quite a bit of usage out of it. So I actually have made the mask, and you can use the mask several times over, and then you just, because it's sticky, you can just stick it in your stamp set box and it's there for next time. So I've already stamped this Eiffel Tower and cut it out. I've actually used a die cut to cut it out, but you could cut it out by hand, and if you want to do any stamps that don't have die cuts, you can cut them out by hand, so it's not a problem. So, I'm going to actually do the script first in the background, which is down the smoky slate. Just going to put that picker tool away. Right. So, that way, just going to do. Did I not get the script out? Oh yeah. Oh no, I didn't either. I'm not very well organised by it, am I? Here we go. Right, we'll need the block first for that one. Oh, it's upside down. So, smoky slate, we'll get there eventually. Just going to stamp that all over in the background. Stampin' off, so you get a light and a dark effect. Completely random. Clean the stamp, because then I'll go need to do the Eiffel Tower next, which I'm doing in, I can't remember the colour I used, LA Espresso. So Eiffel Tower back on. There we go. Excuse me, I'm getting my head in the way. This only just fits on this block. Right, so we'll stamp the Eiffel Tower first. Try and line it up on my grid paper. I don't know if you're getting too much light, if that's flashing that out. I don't know what. Hopefully you can see it okay. I don't really want to start messing about with my lights now. I'm going to do it this way though, it's a lot easier for me. So in with the Eiffel Tower. Voila. Give it a quick clean. So I've already masked and cut one out earlier, so that's, you can keep it for another time. You can keep it for ages, loads of times. Very handy to keep. Oh, right. Now this is the trickiest thing. You've got to try and line it up as best you can over where you've stamped. Make sure you can see what I'm doing. Perhaps if I turn it that way. And I need to get my head in. So yeah, you want to line it up. Trouble with die, because there's a little bit of an edge around die cuts. There's not too much with our new ones, thankfully, but you do still get a bit of an edge. want to cover your image basically where you've stamped, and that's, see, that masking paper, that sticks down completely, whereas a post-it note doesn't. And it is a little bit wonky. It looks a bit like the Leaning Tower pizza, but we'll go with it. Right, so now back with that one, back going in with the flower. Now you can probably see on my Eiffel Tower, the die cut doesn't cut out that bit there. So I'm going to try and avoid the flower going in there. Not that it matters too much, otherwise it will look a bit weird that there'll be no flower there. You'll see what I mean, hopefully that's it. Tap, tap, tap with ink pad, make sure you get plenty on your blossom. Yeah, that is very wonky, my tower, sorry. That's the trouble when I can't get my head over it. And I'm going to do it at that angle again. I'm just going to go in, trying to avoid that gap, and just stamp the flower at the top. And you think, oh no, she's going up right at the top of the tower. It's going to look really messy. Well, you would think so. But this is where the beauty of masking comes in. So, and this is the best bit. You peel it off. I'm going to do it while you can actually see it. See that as I peel it off, you'll see that nothing has gone on the tower. The flower is completely behind. And yeah, you get a few gaps and everything, but that's to say because of the mask. If you cut it out by hand, you wouldn't get a lot of that. Some of it is because it's been die cut. So that's your choice whether you want to die cut it or. But yeah, it just creates the illusion that it's behind. It's very clever. I think it's very clever. I don't know why I don't do it often, but I haven't done it for ages, and I need to do it more often with flowers and all sorts. So thank you, Pat, for suggesting it. We will attempt to try and do it in class a little bit more. What did we do? This one. Yeah, I'm just going to go in and do these watermarks, postmarks. Put one there. Clean that. And then these are the watermarks, I think, aren't they? And we go 1, 2, lighter one, really go to town. Another one there, because you're going to cover some of it up with the sentiment. Ah, now this is why I wondered, did I actually bring any spare to cut out the sentiment? She says, oh, I might be lucky a little bit out of that. So I'm actually going to punch it first. This is punch. I think it's Truly Tailored Punch. I'm not sure what it's called, but it's in the main catalogue anyway. It's been out for a while. I'm just going to punch it out. Some people stamp first, then punch. It depends. It kind of depends really what I do. I can't say which is right or wrong. Personal preference, I think, really. And then we will stamp it with soft suede. So happy birthday. Just like that. I'll spun around that with a little bit of flirty flamingo in a minute, because that's what the pencil we use, and we're going to be colouring it in with watercolour pencils. Create a nice soft illusion, soft card. So I think I discussed last time about how I love the blender pens for the watercolour pencils, but mine are well loved and well used. I've actually ordered 2 more sets. So yay ladies, in card class you'll be able to have blender pens that actually have got some liquid in them and aren't all dried up. So that's a bonus. They'll be here in a couple of days, which is good. I'm going to actually just get rid of that pad now. Didn't really need that in for the last ones. Just on these little buds. So as I say, with the watercolour pencils you can be a little bit haphazard. You don't have to carefully colour in, not when you've got the blender pen, because that works its magic afterwards. If you want to be careful, you can be. I'm doing it quite quickly just to show you all. Generally colour in where the stamp's shaded. They're giving you the illusion really where it should be dark and light, and that's, if you're not a colourist, that's the easiest way to opt for, just colour in where the shading is. And go with what they've already done, what the artist has already created. Wobbling the table, oops. Colour the stem in. I did actually mean to try and set my microphone up tonight, because I know the audio is not the best. I need to improve it, but I need to do that really. So I've got the microphone, I've had it since for Christmas. Simon bought me it for Christmas, so I really should get it sorted. I think I need a bit more pink in that flower. Hopefully you can get the general gist of how to do the mask. Oh, my blender pen is awful, sorry. It's really bad, this one. Oh, I should be happy to get some new ones. Just about doing the job. Really are very clever. So it's just like having water, but your paper doesn't get soaking wet. So if you want to, you can, if it's too light once you've done this, you can go back with your pencils. I'll show you in a minute. I want to create a little bit more depth. I'll just show you on the pink. So you can go back in. See what I'm doing, but go back in and just make it a little bit darker. A bit scribbly, but hey ho. Just like that. And you either leave it or you can go over with your blender pen again. Up to you. As if you want to clean it, you just carefully wipe it until it runs clear on your paper. And then we'll just go in and do the green. Excuse it if you can hear Daisy, she snorts like a horse. She's the size of a small horse as well, but I don't know what's up with her. I don't know whether that's pink there, I think it is actually. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Colour. So we'll do my guys. Reach for the Flirty Flamingo ink pad, which I've got here, just to say that the colour pencil I use the pink, so I'm just going to sponge around the edges. See, it just makes. I can't get at the right angle. There you go. It just makes the cardstock stand out from the rest of the card. Right, so time to get mounting up now. So in with the glue again. Thin bead all around the edge, that's plenty. cast that we're using is Flirty Flamingo. Well, that doesn't look like it on the screen. That looks like it. It's, I don't know, well, it's obviously like a flamingo colour, that's why it's a very nice colour, nice pink. Pinky peach, I would say it is actually. As before, you could put some spangles on it if you like, rhinestones, sequins, if you'd want it a bit sparkly. I didn't. Press it down. Because it's all one layer, I do sometimes do flat cards, but I do like a little bit of layering on mine, so that's why on dimensionals I've put the sentiment on with dimensionals. But you could put it on flat, not a problem, especially if you didn't want to pay for a large letter in the post. I mean, this may go through okay. Some of them do, some of them don't. It depends. I'm going to go over the colour. My fingers are very sticky. Break them off. And you'll see that I'm not actually finishing the cards off showing you how to do it, because I did show you that a couple of weeks back. So if you haven't seen that, anybody, you can, and you want to know how I finish the cards off in the envelopes, you can look back on some of my other Facebook lives. But tonight was just to show you the masking technique, really. And we're going to go in right there. There you go. Finished. And that's it. 2 cards done quite quickly. It's that less than 40 minutes. That's not too bad going, is it? To do 2 cards in 40 minutes. I don't think. Right. Let's flip you around. Right, here we go. Right, I hope you enjoyed that, whoever watched. I don't know who's watching, but I hope I hope you're all well and you enjoyed it. And thank you for joining me. And I'm going to just say goodbye and love you and leave you. And see you next week, hopefully. Take care. See you at 7 PM next Tuesday. Bye.